the Albatross control tower. Do you copy? Omega 11 is in the air. Mobius 1.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Quest for Nostalgia. I'm a YouTube content creator and I stream variety games over on Twitch. If you're watching this, you probably just got your hands on a VR system and you got some serious motion sickness, or maybe you're interested in VR and you want to know how to prepare yourself in case you think you might get motion sickness. I absolutely love VR to death. It's like veganism or, CrossFit for me, where those people always want to tell you about how great those things are. And VR is that way for me. It's so hard to tell people how awesome it is to see things to scale, to walk through the super awesome game like Skyrim in VR and see Whiterun to scale, to see the buildings as tall as they should be as you're walking through this town. I'm going to give you guys a tip and a roadmap about how to get over the motion sickness and how to get your VR legs really early on, so that way you can play these more intensive games that are going to have more fluid movement. You hear the phrasing walk before you run, but in VR we're going to have to take that a step forward. I would say let's get rid of the games that have forward and back movement to start. So there's a lot of great stationary games, things like Moss. You have games like Ghost Giant, Beat Saber, Super Hot. All of these games don't have any forward and back motion. In Beat Saber, you have cubes that are coming at you, but you're actually pretty stationary besides the side-to-side movement, and it actually is correlated to your movement. And then you have games like Moss, or you have Ghost Giant, where it's almost like a diorama. You have almost like a tabletop in front of you where you're interacting with these items in front of you, so there's no actual movement. You don't get pulled across the map. These are full-blown games that are so much fun to do. It's not like it's just a boring little title where you're just, doing like a cooking simulator or something like that. These are real story-based games that are so fun to do. A perfect step up for that would be something like Astrobot. Astrobot has that feel of a diorama as well, but as soon as your character gets outside of your range, it kind of tugs you along. And the first time that happens, you can get this oh crap feeling. Like you feel like you're almost getting pulled by the back of your head and you're like, oh, that feels a little weird, right? But it's so much more subtle than trying to do a game where you're walking around and where it's really, really jarring. Astrobot is a super fun game. It's super colorful and vibrant. It feels like Mario 64 but in VR, and it's so good to do. So it's something that you're not going to feel like you're missing out on a full-fledged title, because it is a full-fledged title. A lot of these games have these comfort settings, and that's what you're going to want to use when you get into the more intensive games. The comfort settings are going to put a vignette that's going to gray out the side of the screen. It's going to kind of put blinders on you, so that way you don't see as much side-to-side movement as you're going, and that's going to be useful for you to kind of get into that. Another feature, say here in Skyrim, is teleporting. Teleporting allows it to not have the motion of going back and forth. It goes into a stationary position, you look around, you click over, you go into another stationary position, and you look around. So start with games and features like that, so that way you can get used to it. Eventually you're going to want to get into the movement, and so then you can take your time doing it in small windows, and then you'll get better and better about being in the headset longer and longer. For me, I love all of the games. I can play anything and I don't get any bit of motion sickness anymore. I can play things like Star Wars Squadrons, where I can fly with the flight sticks, Ace Combat 7 doing barrel rolls in the plane, which is so much fun to do. When you can get over these motion sickness, the world opens up to you. Being able to run full speed in Skyrim is so much fun to do. So hopefully with these tips, you're able to get your VR legs faster than you think and really start to enjoy a huge library of amazing games, see all these things to scale, and just really enjoy what VR is going to bring to gaming. As always, thanks so much for watching the video. If you made it to the end, I love you so much. It really helps. The watch time helps this video get shared. So if you know anybody else that's interested in VR or anything like that, please share this video. It really helps. Like, comment, subscribe, all of the YouTube things. You can come hang out on Quest for Nostalgia on Twitch as well. And in the comments, let me know if you think that this tip's going to help, if you have any games that you think other people should try because they aren't going to be that intensive for, the VR headsets, what games you love in VR, but would just love to hear from you. So thanks for watching. Peace.